People are saying if you walk around Publix or grocery store with a pineapple where the kid sits, it means you're a swinger.
Oh, I have seen stuff on that. Like,
so Gordy's like, I am going to Publix every freaking day, and I am looking for pineapples.
I need to find a girlfriend first. But I guess you don't have to have a girlfriend. You could have a couple girls.
You could.
Yeah.
You could rent one.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think that's legal here, though.
Don't you feel like if you're bringing someone out and paying all that money for dinner, is that the same thing as renting one or no?
I love this conversation so much.
Shawn French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it. A whole society determined.
What's up, everybody? Welcome back. I am your host, Shawn French, and this is the Determined Society. If this is your first time listening, please go subscribe to all the channels at Spotify, Apple, YouTube. Leave a comment. Let us know what you want to hear today. I have an amazing guest, my boy Gordie Gronkowski. He's a co-owner of Gronk Fitness, and he's just a look at him. He's just a fun guy. Welcome to the show, buddy.
I'm only fun right now because I got my workout in this morning.
You did, I know.
If you asked my mom yesterday, you know, I was kind of going through the motions. She didn't realize I didn't work out in the morning, but I was just like, I was all foggy, and then I ate all her food. You
ate all the rum cake.
Oh, I did, and it's unbelievable. The problem is she always thinks like I'm gonna like have a girlfriend with me, or you know, all the brothers are coming at once, and she literally cooks for like all of us.
Yeah.
So then I got to make up for eating not just for myself, but for all them, and I can't just have a piece of any of her desserts. I have to eat at least half of it.
And you have to eat for the girlfriend that you didn't bring too. So,
exactly.
Especially
because you know what is. You know, she could be a whale and could help me eat it. You know,
she could be a chubby one. She could be a chubby one.
Yeah, exactly.
No one would judge you.
No, not at all.
If she has a cute face, though.
Hey, if she's got something nice on her, I can find a reason to like her.
Exactly.
She might be really smart.
Dude, there's beautiful things about everybody.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
It's amazing. It's funny. Yeah, dude. No, it's nice to have you on, man.
No, thanks for having me on this morning. This is crazy. You know, especially how we came together and how we know so many mutual friends.
Bro, okay, so Ryan Cherry.
Yeah, well, Cherry Bear, come on. That's
yeah, I mean,
should we stop there?
I mean, no, because we got Pat.
Yeah, Pat Sickens, my teammate. I know, I was just kidding. I was going to say stop there and talk about Cherry Bear.
You want to talk about Cherry Bear?
Oh, dude. What a character. Who doesn't know Cherry Bear?
Wild.
Did you hear how the last time he won his pro pickleball tournament?
No.
He was at Gronk Beach. Are you familiar with Gronk Beach?
Tell me about it.
So Gronk Beach is the official party of the Super Bowl outdoor.
Oh, really?
Yeah, and we do it usually in warm weather places for either the draft or the Super Bowl. So Cher Bear, Brandon, the whole team, the legacy team comes out. And, you know, the great thing about them is they helped my brothers win their disability cases after they were in the NFL, which is absolutely incredible what they do for people and how they help people with mental health after their pro sports careers are over in the NFL. So anyways, we're all great friends. They want to come to Gronk Beach. No problem. We take care of them. They come. Cher Bear's having the time of his life. He's on stage. He probably didn't even remember being up there because he was having so much fun. Yeah. Manages to catch a flight to go play in his pro pickleball tournament the next morning. Didn't sleep yet. Gets there. Somehow wins the first few matches. Okay, that's kind of impressive, right?
Yeah, for sure.
Then he goes out that night, so he still hasn't slept.
Yeah, it sounds like him.
Yeah, so he's out all night. He said he had one of the best times, you know, with all the girls he was with and dancing, and still didn't sleep. Goes right to his pickleball tournament on day 2, wins those matches, probably didn't even remember who he beat, and then manages to make it to the finals. The dude wins the tournament.
Good Lord, on zero sleep.
Zero sleep. And he thanked Gronk Beach and all the Gronk brothers for why he won the tournament.
You guys made him forget about what he's about to go do.
Exactly. And
he just did it. Being unconscious, baby.
Yeah. Being unconscious.
Did you hear about Worlds?
No, I need to.
You didn't hear about Worlds? What happened?
No, tell me this one.
This guy goes out there. Okay. Fucking Sherry, dude. He goes out there. Okay. Ready.
I can't wait to hear this. I can't wait to hear this.
The night before his first match, he's crushing Bluebell ice cream.
Oh my gosh.
He slept in and he didn't make his match.
And now he has a sponsorship deal.
Yeah, now they send him ice cream. I'm like, wait a second, dude, you're missing out on this. They're sending you ice cream. Tell them to send you money.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, dude. They're getting off
He's
easy.
got to learn to like how to negotiate his
I know he does.
endorsement deals.
He does.
Maybe he should use you.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I might eat the ice cream, bro.
Yeah,
I might
exactly.
eat
See, now you see why he didn't get paid the money. He wants the ice cream.
He wants the ice cream.
Yeah, so that's actually crazy. I did read that story as well.
Okay.
He got put. He said he was in an ice cream coma.
Yeah.
He didn't go out the night before. He actually ate too much ice cream to miss the tournament.
Yeah.
So not only, did he miss the tournament, his partner had to forfeit because Ryan never showed up to the pickleball courts to play in the tournament. So his partner, who prepared all those months, who was ready to play, had a forfeit, and Ryan had over 200 missed calls.
Over ice cream.
Yeah.
Ice cream. Like, break this down. Ice cream. How much ice cream?
Like the night before? Like maybe
but like that would have been
doing that with chicks. Like
but that would have been
but that would have made sense.
Yes.
You know?
Like you got J-Lo and you're sitting there for 15 hours. I'm not going to the court.
Yeah.
Okay, Ryan, I get it. But ice cream?
I know.
That's a phenomenal
Hey,
feat.
you know what? Good for him. He got a new partnership deal.
He did.
Yeah.
It was all planned.
He knows how to do it.
Staged.
Yeah. he
Just like the
staged that for
Tyson,
sure.
just like the Tyson fight. Do you think the thing was staged?
I did talk to some people in Puerto Rico who are on Jake Paul's board.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just leave it at that.
Okay. Yeah. Don't get killed, dude. I don't need your legs broken, dude. You are tall. How tall are you?
Hey, by the way, yeah, I am 6'6".
That's
But by the way,
What's up?
I actually had an exhibition match versus Jake Paul's brother, Logan,
Mm-hmm.
before he boxed Mayweather.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd it go?
Terrible.
For him.
No,
No, for
definitely
you.
for me. Yeah.
For you.
But hey, I like how you reverse that real quick.
Hey, man, I got confidence in you, dude.
I practiced 2 times.
Okay.
I had a mouth guard from Dick's Sporting Goods that never fit.
Oh, Jesus.
So
You were
one
like that-
punch, I would already been knocked out.
So you were like that kid that showed up for like Little League tryouts that clearly had no place.
had
being
nothing.
there. Like with shorts and shit.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then we were like, oh, we're gonna, so this is what happened. So we were, I forgot how, oh, you know what? We went on Logan's podcast.
Okay.
All of us, all the brothers. First of all, like the internet was so bad, it was so choppy. I couldn't even like see what was going on from when I was doing it from my phone. But me, I don't really say much because obviously they want all the other brothers on there because they all play in the NFL.
Mhm.
I'm just this little, like, the oldest brother, no one knows, minor league baseball player, which is great. It's
I think that's
hilarious.
fantastic.
Yeah, I have 4 brothers all playing in the NFL,
Yeah.
which is awesome.
Yeah.
So just to be able to go on these
You
shows is
were a
pretty.
big deal at JU.
Jacksonville University, the Harvard of the South.
Dude.
You're right.
you guys
That was a
were really
big deal
good.
there. Yeah.
I mean, you had Murph, you had Pat.
Yeah, we did have a great team.
Dude,
We can
Murph called Pat on my show the Godfather of JU. You're actually in Pat's new book coming up.
I can't
Two
wait to
types of
read it.
people.
Should I have read that first, my section, after I wrote it out or no?
Did
Kind of.
you have
He
a
wrote it
ghostwriter? Okay, so he did it.
I approved it.
You approved it. I'm excited for that to come out.
Yeah,
I
me
think
too. I'm excited to read my own section.
Next year. Next year. Anyway, so we got sidetracked. So
So
you
we'll
were
go
going-
back to how it started. So
Yeah.
somehow I end up on Logan's podcast because of my brothers. And I have I barely say anything. And the only thing I said is maybe we should have a bros match, boxing match, like us bros against them. Weeks later, they actually wanted to do it,
Oh.
but like an exhibition so he could warm up to fight Mayweather.
Yeah.
I didn't really think this was going to be a thing. We were just kind of messing around. Well, we got some big sponsors who wanted to sponsor the exhibition match. So I was like, whoa, this is wild. We're actually going to do this thing. So they put it together. The sponsors, put it together. Next thing you know, like this is probably 4 weeks before he fights Mayweather. So think of how massive we are as brothers too.
Yeah.
So that like, he probably went into the ring like, dude, yeah, Mayweather's fast, but like, what's this?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
Of course.
So we're like, all right, here we go. So I went and got 2 practice rounds in, thought it would be, that would be sustainable.
Of course. Yeah. You were prepared. is
Yeah,
what
I
you're
was
saying.
prepared mentally for myself.
Yeah.
I thought I would at least be able to get a punch in, like
Yeah.
do something, you know what I
Yeah.
mean? He walks in, Chris looks at me, and I mean, if you know my brother Chris, if you don't know him, the kid's 6'3" and absolutely diced up, weighs more than me, founder of Ice Shaker, and played in the NFL and just took massive hits as a fullback, just laying people out his whole career. So Chris ain't, he ain't scared to go
He's
in
not scared,
versus
yeah.
anyone.
Yeah, of
Chris
course,
is nuts.
Mhm.
So he walks in, and when Chris turns to me and goes, "Look at Logan right now," and I look over, the dude's in his, the boxing shorts, perfect gear, and he's doing thousands of jumping jacks and jump rope in a row.
And at that point, you're like,
at that point, he goes, "I think we're screwed." When he came in, he came in as if he was gonna, do a real like boxing match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I look over and I'm like, "Yeah, we're done." And then I thought at first, like, if Chris is saying that, now my confidence, I'm at like 0 right now.
Yeah,
like,
you might. Yeah.
Literally, I'm like, dude, I'm going to be laying on the ground. I'm going to be the one laying on the ground.
You're going to the hospital.
Yeah. I was thinking I might be there.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
Did you go to the hospital?
I didn't, but
Okay, good.
listen, this even gets better. So you're like, guess who the referee is? I'll give you just like,
oh, dude, Michael Buffer.
Close.
Britney Spears.
That would have been really good.
That would have been cool. Like new Britney Spears, like wild fucking crazy Britney Spears.
Yeah.
You don't know what you're gonna get.
No.
That'd be cool though.
Just rips the wig off and go. She's yeah.
She's up here.
Yeah, that would have actually been.
Yeah.
That might have actually been better, but it was actually Big Rob.
No way.
It was Rob was our ref.
Okay.
So each brother went 1 round against Logan while Rob refed.
Oh my God. Oh my God.
So Rob's the referee because he didn't want to box at the time. I think he was planning on coming out of retirement. That's why. And wanted, so he's like, sure, I'll be the referee, which is hilarious.
Yes.
And thank the Lord he had our best interest of brothers, because I didn't know if he would or wouldn't,
It could have been a prank thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So Glenn goes in first, and actually Glenn did pretty good,
Yeah.
But we just need to make it 1 round, one of us. Glenn's done. He doesn't make it. What is it? 2 minutes and 30 seconds, 3 minutes.
You got knocked out?
No, he didn't. But once he was throwing, and then you don't realize how quickly you get out of breath.
Oh, I can imagine.
Like when you're not about you're trying to be all tense and move and like, I was like, whoa, this is
way too much energy.
Yeah. Glenn got a few hits in, or not a few hits. Like he got hit. He got hit.
Okay.
And then Chris went in, and Chris is a beast, dude.
Mm-hmm.
And Chris is just throwing haymakers. He's going
at
yeah, he's going ham and like flexing and like going nuts. And he's just missing left and right. And I think he was like the closest one to, or he might have kind of landed one.
Uh-huh.
But then he couldn't make it the whole round either because he was so tired. So Dan goes in, dude, Dan gets lit up. Dude, his eyes are all swollen.
Oh, dude.
Black and blue, almost knocked out. Logan landed one right on the right side of, And then I'm last, and I'm like, I didn't even want to. At that point,
how much anxiety did you have watching your brothers getting beat up? You're like, okay, now I got to go in there. I'm excited now. This is good.
Yeah, at that point, I thought I should have just went first.
Yeah.
And then I would have been over with.
Yeah.
But I also could have been knocked out right away.
Yeah.
Well, now Logan's got a lot of confidence too, because none of us have made. I got to make it a round because just one round. Like we got to make it 1 round.
How long was the round? 3 minutes?
Yeah. What's a boxing round? 3 or 5? Yeah.
3. Okay.
I think we were doing 3. I think we cut it down to 2, maybe 2.5 or 2. We still couldn't make it.
So you're in there now.
I'm in there, and I'm like jabbing, and you got to, you have like Winky Wright, and those guys who were helping us like understand our form.
Yeah.
So I was like, all right. I was like, I got this. So I'm like jabbing because I got long arms.
Yeah.
Dude, my arms started like falling down after like 35 seconds because,
that's wild.
It's that tired how it is.
Yeah.
So now he goes, all right, he starts, his confidence is through the roof. Plus his confidence was already probably through the roof, but then I'm in there and now I'm like shitting myself. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And we have the number.
Which is what I would have literally done so I could get out of the ring.
Yeah.
I would have just shit.
Shit. Yeah. Actually, that would have been, yeah. But I think I already shit like a bunch right before I got in the ring.
You got to.
I was already
you got to prepare better next time, dude.
Yeah, I know.
You got to leave it in.
Yeah, I got to.
Yeah.
Especially I get hit once, shit, I'm out. Right.
Done. See ya.
So.
Thanks for the fame. I'm out.
So I get in the corner. He backs me in, and now he just starts talking shit. Rob, I knock your brother out. Super Bowl tickets due for me. And I'm like, oh, I can't get knocked out.
Yeah.
So I was like, this sucks. He's just yelling all this stuff. I thought I was going to, like, this is like, I'm done. He's going to knock me out. 1 uppercut with this mouth guard in that wasn't even really in my mouth. My teeth are going to hit. They're going to break. So I'm going around. I look over at my dad. My dad's like, yeah, you might be dead soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he gets me in the corner. I'm like, I'm trying to hit. He's like, gloves up, gloves up. Well, dude, these gloves are from like, played against sports.
Oh, that's beautiful.
You know what I mean? They don't even fit my hands. They're not
heavy,
comfortable. I have a terrible mouth guard on. They threw like this headset on that's not even connecting, at my chin. It's like, it's the worst gear in the world. Not that if I had good gear, it was going to matter. Like, let's be honest. You know what I mean?
It would have hurt less though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I turn my head, which you're not even like really supposed to do, I guess. And I get smoked back here and I'm already like this. I'm like, well,
okay, here we go.
Rob's like, break it up. He's in the corner. Like, you can't be on the ring. I looked over and I'm like, dude, that's it. They're like, no, I need to knock you out. I need Super Bowl tickets. I'm like, no, I'm good. My dad's like, yeah, you're good.
You're good.
You're out.
So you were done.
That was it. I got ripped once in the back of the head. I felt that, and I was done. And that was it. I think I made it like, well, the only reason I made it like 50 seconds because he was dancing around the first 45.
Well, dude, it gives you a different appreciation for these fighters and the punishment they take.
Absolutely.
Dude, and especially those UFC guys. Good God.
And the thing about it too, is right after he said, guys, because what I appreciate about like the Paul brothers is they talk to hype things up, obviously.
Yeah, of course.
But they already did all the work behind the scenes that no one's seen. So they're not really talking about it. They're actually being about it because they are so prepared.
Yeah.
And don't let anyone know what they've been doing.
They're so
Logan's
smart,
like, I've trained for 3 years, 6 days a week with a pro boxing trainer.
Dude.
And then
then he got in the ring.
Yeah, then we got in the ring. So he's been training all those times. They've been training over and over and over and over. Like you got to do with any sport. Like if Logan were to get into, like playing pro baseball like me, if he were to get in and someone threw 95, dude, he's not even going to smell it.
Yeah.
He'll never even touch a baseball.
It looked like a little pill.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's the appreciation of other people's sports and like became like, I appreciate what other people do already, but that was just to a whole nother level.
Absolutely. Man.
But that was crazy to hear how much he's trained before we even did the pre-match with him.
That's something that I want the listeners to really pay attention to and to write down and to reflect upon, because there's so many times in our lives that we want to do something and we think, okay, I'm gonna practice for a little bit, but then I just got to go. When the reality is like, you really need to perfect something. You need to really do the work behind the scenes consistently before you can even go be successful at anything. I just think it's a very good lesson. If, the Paul brothers are doing it, then, Johnny in Nebraska can freaking do it too, man. I mean, God dang, man. It's like,
there's a lot of Johnnies out there.
There's a lot of Johnnies. He knows who I'm talking about though, but
exactly.
like, hey, dude, do the work behind the scenes, man.
Yeah. So that gave me a whole new appreciation for what those guys are doing. And, when he got in that ring, I actually should have I didn't bet. We all went to his match.
Yeah.
And, he put us up in the box and it was an unbelievable experience. All the brothers went, we were all supporting him, when he fought Mayweather. And to go out there, I mean, he had to be, how nervous could you, he prepped, so he probably wasn't as nervous because obviously if you prep, you feel good, but still you're getting that rush. I don't care what anyone says. You're fighting someone who's done this their whole career. Yeah. You did it for 3 years and you warmed up against the Gronk brothers.
Yeah. I mean, you guys gave him a scare though.
Yeah, we did big time. I don't think we landed.
That would have been a cool event to go to, man. That'd have been so cool.
It is. And actually, it was, we put it on our YouTube and he posted it too. We did, it was kind of different. It was a different way to go about putting the pre-match out there.
That's cool.
But it did have the most views in the world on his channel for what he was doing.
But check it out.
Yeah, it was cool. It's funny. Dude, I don't think there's much of me in there, but
at least one hit.
Yeah, one hit on me.
Yeah, I mean, it's fine, dude.
Look, I'm trying to cross my legs like you right now, but I'm just way too big.
Really?
Yeah, this is so uncomfortable.
Like you're saying, your junk is way too big.
Every time I see like, these podcasts and people like this, I'm like, I'm going to try it. So I finally try it right now. It's not comfortable at all.
Who says I'm comfortable?
I have to be like this.
You have to be like this? See, this is like, I don't know, man. Like, this is fine for me,
Yeah.
Fine for me.
It looks like super comfy. And
I look really cool, don't I?
I need like a chair up here with like massage boots on my legs or something.
Oh, you want massage boots?
Yeah.
Like some,
the Normatec boots.
Yes. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's how we should do podcasts moving forward.
Dude, we're just like laying in bed.
Yeah, why sit on a chair and just like, you know, it's cool. These chairs are comfortable
They're
too.
comfortable.
They move back too.
They
I
move
like
back,
this. Yeah.
like a grandpa rocking chair. You see this? This is nice. This is nice. Dude, talk to me about Gronk Fitness, man. You guys are a big distributor. Like, I think the biggest distributor for you guys outfit gyms and specialty boutiques and things like that.
Yeah.
Talk to us about that.
You know what? Gronk Fitness was started, well, let's take it back a step. So our father started G&G Fitness 35 years ago. G&G Fitness was just one retail store. And, you know, now that you're losing all this weight and getting into shape and been getting...
I'm not going to lie. I'm so damn proud of myself.
I'm happy for you too.
Thank you.
And this is just the first step to your journey, and you're already feeling great and your energy levels are crazy. So our father, Gordy Sr., played at Syracuse football. Nice. So 4-year starter. And what happened was, think of colleges. Most big colleges have great gyms, you know? So when he got done, he's like, dude, I want a gym in my house. That's dope. And he's from, you know, we're born and raised in Buffalo. He's from Buffalo. He's like, you know what? I need to go find something for the house that's legit. I'm a big dude. I can't use this stuff at Dick's and Sears. I'm going to break right through it.
Sears.
Yeah. Yeah. So,
man.
So it took him to Pittsburgh. He found a store that actually did what he wanted, high-end fitness equipment. So while he was running an oil sales company and doing sales for them, he was like, you know what? I'm going to try this concept with fitness and get a retail store. Well, meanwhile, he's working all those hours. They got the 5 of us kids, you know.
Yeah.
Well, they had 4 at the time because he opened it pretty much the year Rob was born, then our brother Glenn 4 years later. So it was like, dude, one little retail store, while you're trying to do oil sales, you're doing the deliveries, you're doing the service. And you're like, is this ever going to work? Is what, you know, pretty much what he told us. 5 years later, no money really being made. You're not really home much with the fam, you know, as much as you could try to coach and be with the brothers, and mom's bringing us everywhere 24/7. We all play 3 to 4 sports. So it was controlled chaos.
Sure, of course.
You know, especially with 5 of us boys, 2 years apart for the most part. And finally, like 5 years into it, turned the corner a little bit. He was able to bring this guy on who's still with our company for commercial sales. So what he started doing was we started doing gyms and like colleges and high schools. And so that added a whole new dimension to our business, because retail, you know, you have all the inventory, you got to buy all the equipment to put on your showroom floor. You know, you have all the employees you're paying. So it's really challenging to make money.
Yeah.
And then the commercial side, you're really commission based, because when you get a job, you don't get paid till the equipment gets delivered.
Yeah.
So that started to grow our business. At that point, you know, he was able to open up more retail stores, one in Syracuse where he went to college, Rochester, New York. Then we were able to expand to Pittsburgh, took over Pennsylvania because, and all those stores that were down there that he originally went, we then came in and took them over. And then, you know, from there, we're talking 35 years later now, fast forwarding, and we have 12, 13, 14 retail stores throughout the Northeast. We run 13 states with commercial, and we're one of the biggest distributors of fitness equipment in the United States.
You guys make your own equipment too?
We do. That's actually a great point. So half the reason when I got done with pro baseball and I moved to Boston, Rob wanted to have kind of a cool fitness line for kids too.
Yeah.
And so when you think of that, you're just thinking like accessories, you know, like bands, kettlebells, plyo boxes.
You're applying habits. You're helping them learn.
Exactly. And you can relate to that. You're not, you see his logo on it. You get excited, especially if you're a kid from the Northeast or New England. You know, you're like, hey, this is how Big Rob trains. This is how the brothers train. This is how they all made it to the NFL. That's the way we train, is using a lot of those functional fitness equipment products. So he's like, let's create our own line that's more affordable, you know, for kids and for high schools. And that's what we did. So we have our own product line as well. So truly from delivery or from design, we design first to delivery. We deck out colleges, high schools, fire stations. Just did 12 new Boston police and fire station refreshes. Yeah.
That's really cool.
Yeah.
Man.
So it's awesome. And our designs are so beautiful, top of the line. And then our customer service is the best. And it's our employees that really drive our company, who believe in helping others out to reach their dreams and reach their goals through health and fitness.
Well, you guys, if your employees are doing that much work and they're that big of a piece, it means you guys have built a great culture and they feel like it's a home for them, right? Not just a job. How have you guys gone about building that culture to where these employees feel special enough to execute the work that they need to for you guys?
Yeah. The culture all starts from the top, with our leadership team and with my dad. The cool thing is when you look at our leadership board and our team, they have been with my dad probably an average of 25 plus years.
That's badass, dude.
Like, you don't see that much with companies anymore.
No.
You know what I mean? And so it says a lot about our team. There's things now which I think my brother Dan and I have brought, because we haven't even been there as long as them. Our leadership team's seen us grow up. They've seen us go to college. They've seen us all play pro sports, not ever thinking that was ever going to happen, right? Because, our parents' goal was probably like, hey, maybe we can get these guys to, college, play sports and get us full scholarships so we don't have to pay.
Yeah.
I mean, that's most parents dream if someone's in sports, right?
Sure, of course.
Cool. And then from there, it's just a bonus. So for all 5 of us to play pro sports, it's obviously
that's
absurd.
Wild, bro.
And coming from Buffalo, New York, where no one recruited us.
Yeah, that's wild.
It's truly wild. So I know years ago, Rob and my dad wrote a book on just the odds of that happening, growing up Gronk. It was a New York Times bestseller, real easy read. My mom just came out with a book called Outnumbered, which is hysterical because it's 5 of us that look like each other on our front cover, but as animated characters with her holding like huge refrigerators and, freezers, with us all like kind of popping up around it and out of the fridge, as like animated characters. So, but the odds, I don't know, I think it was like 1 in 30 million.
Dude, it's wild.
Which is insane to even think about. Yeah. And most people don't even realize that my other 3 brothers actually play in the NFL too. And our youngest brother, Glenn, won a Super Bowl with Rob on that 28-3 miracle comeback versus Atlanta.
Dude, that was wild, bro.
That was the most insane thing.
That was shocking.
You want to know what's interesting about that too is at halftime when they were down, Glenn actually said that they weren't going to bring, because Glenn wasn't playing. He was the backup fullback at the time. So he didn't actually dress for that game. But he was on the team because there's like 6 guys who don't dress.
Okay.
So unfortunately, he didn't play in the game, but he was part of the team all year. He said at halftime that they actually weren't going to bring him back down to the field because they were so embarrassed about how bad they were getting blown out. And they did. They brought him down to the field anyways, but they were actually told that at one point. And they came back, and that was the craziest thing that maybe ever that could happen.
They weren't going to bring him back to the field.
Just the players. So they were just going to keep him up in the box seats.
Oh, the six dudes.
Yeah, the 6 or 8 guys who didn't dress for the game and the guys who were injured.
Yeah.
Instead of having all these guys on the sideline, maybe to mix it up. But very interesting that, but it's so cool to see that Glenn was the only brother who never played a high school sport or a pro sport because he was 4 years apart from Rob. So he never got to play on any of Rob's teams. Rob played with Chris played with Dan played on my teams. And then they all played in college together too, which was pretty cool.
That's just,
Chris played with Dan in college. Dan's first ever touchdown pass was Chris's first ever play at the University of Maryland. So like the photo we have of them 2 chest bumping in the end zone. I think they went 12-3 that year, 11-3, something ridiculous at Maryland.
Wow.
When Maryland was absolutely crushing it with Vernon Davis and those guys.
Yeah.
And then Chris transferred with Rob to the University of Arizona, and then them 2 started together there, and then both went to the NFL the same year together.
Dude, that's a bloodline, bro.
Yeah.
That's blood.
But you know what? It comes down to like, we're from, like I said, we're from Buffalo, New York. It's like coming from up north. Like no one really recruited any of us. But I got to thank my mom and dad they really helped us understand that if you guys want to take it to the next level, if that's truly what you want, you really can't be playing those sports here in Buffalo.
Yeah.
Especially me with baseball.
Yeah.
They're like, hey, you're a good baseball player. Cool. You're, Buffalo All-American. Whoop-de-doo. Yeah. That don't mean shit. You know what I mean? Like, you think it does. You think you're all good. You're in this little newspaper. Like, no, go down south. And when I went there, and to meet, some of your friends, because you're here, who happen to go to college with me, which is out of control.
Yeah.
That's a whole different world.
Oh, dude, it's crazy.
These guys are playing year round. These guys are drafted out of high school. They decide to go to college to move up in the rankings for their drafts to make more money, to take full scholarships, to get education. And you're like, what is going on right now? Dude. Right. And so you got to find a way to fit in and to get the respect. Yeah. And the cool thing is, none of my brothers ever, we're rah guys as far as speaking. We're more of doing. And I just think that's really important because people will follow you based on how you're doing things if you're doing them the right way, right?
People always look at actions, man. You know,
Yeah.
You can say one thing and you can say it till you're blue in the face, but until that moment where you start acting on these things is when people start to really realize, okay, that dude's it or she's it. But also what it does internally is gives you that confidence, right? That you are it, right? If you just sit there and talk, man, you ain't going to get very far.
Yeah, for the most part.
Yeah.
Most of the time. Now, some of these guys got their motivational speeches, like I seen like one of Dan's teammates who was in the WWE, Mojo Rawley, his speeches before games, Ray Lewis, those guys are so good at motivational speeches that I just want them to stand next to me and yell at me before the game.
Absolutely.
Like, you know, those are insane.
Well, there's a place for it, man.
Exactly. And you need those guys too, but
you can't live on it. You can't live on it.
But then they also need people like us who are going to be the first ones there, who are going to put in the extra time, who are going to make people better because they're in the classroom. Whether you want to go or not, whether you like it or not, they're going to find a way to go because you're creating more energy because they're seeing your success, right?
Yeah.
So I think that's the best way to kind of lead.
I agree. Lead by action.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know, I think leadership, it's so funny because people they think management and leadership are the same things, and they couldn't be more polar opposite, right? A manager manages numbers and a manager manages actions over and over and over again. A leadership coaches and empowers.
Yeah, that's a great point.
You know, it's a massive difference. And that's why your dad's board members have been with him for 25 years. That's why you guys have built the culture within Gronk Fitness to where it's at right now, because there's real leadership. And real leadership is something that, to me, is dying. And it needs to be brought back because there's too many people out there doing this instead of showing.
Exactly.
Yeah. It's wild, man.
What is it? Don't talk about it, be about it.
Yeah.
There it is. That's what it is. That's what they say.
That's what they always say, right? And it's so funny because it's like every aspect of your life, right? You're either on or you're off, right? And you can be on in so many different areas. And for so long, I was on with the show, right? And I talk about this a lot. And I was off with my, internal belief system about what I deserved to look like, what kind of shape I deserved to be in. And finally, I was like, okay, well, I got to get this on par with everything else in my life. And the moment that I did that, I'm noticing like my interviews are even better. Like my mind's working clear.
Isn't that crazy?
It's nuts. I'm like, okay, well, if we were here with the show before, I mean, we're going to be way up here.
Yeah.
Like I'm excited to go through 2025 and see where everything ends up. But I also kind of like, hey, let me get that crystal ball. Let me look and see what the end looks like. Cause I think it's going to be massive.
Yeah, that's awesome. And to come from where you came from too, I mean, it's very similar, but in a different way, right? Yeah. And that's what's so cool. It doesn't have to be about sports.
No.
It can be about business and be about whatever it is that you want to achieve.
Yeah.
The people that, are going to fail, like they're going to find a way. And that's what you're going to hear from them is I failed so many times, over and over and over, but they're going to find a way to still get to the top.
I think people fear failure way too much. Like if you're going to be really good at something, you're going to be a big failure.
Yeah. And sometimes the best way to actually learn what I think personally is to fail or to have someone tell me I can't do it.
Yeah. Oh, I love when they do.
That's the best.
Oh, dude.
My motivation levels go through. If someone tells me I can't do something, like it changes. I actually need that still to this day.
It's a chip on the shoulder.
Yeah.
Man. Yeah. I've learned to control it a little bit. But at the same time, like you know how like
you got to control it to a point.
You have
still,
to.
I like that because even when things are going really well and they're going too well, it's almost like I need that. You
need that limbic system to be messed with just a little bit. It's funny, like, and I'm not comparing myself or you to Michael Jordan, but Michael Jordan was like that too. It's rumored, and I don't know if it's true, that he would make things up on the court, like someone disrespected.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Just so he can go out and show out, right? And so. For me, like even when someone says something positive, like, hey man, like by the end of the year, I think you could be here. I'm like, bitch, see you in 6 months.
Yeah.
And then in my mind, I'm going, I'm going to be there in 3. Right. Because if I hold that discipline and I push and I push and I push, then I know I can get there before 6 months. But again, it's like doing it and not holding that grudge. Like I remember people telling me back in the day, you're not ready to have this individual on the show or whatever. And it would eat me up. But what I did was I said, okay, you said that out of love, but we're going to get there.
Yeah.
And we got there. You know,
That's amazing. And now look where you're at now, and you're still going, right? And you're still learning, and you're trying to connect with the right people.
Exactly.
For the right reasons.
Yeah, man. I think, you know, as great as the show did in 2024, you know, like we're filming it in 2024.
You're only warming up, baby. You're only warming up.
This will come out in January. So people listening now have already gone through the holidays. But I mean, dude, we crushed 1.2 mil. We hit 1 million downloads in November. And yesterday, December 21st, we're at 1.2.
That's incredible.
So we're pacing 2.7.
But you know, that says a lot about your team around you, a lot about you, and believing in it and doing the right things. And, you know, and you kept putting effort into it, but that failure helped you get to where you are too.
So many starts and stops.
Yeah.
A lot of tears, not going to lie. A lot of like, what the hell am I doing? But like you said, my team, you know, my partners, you know, Pat, you know, and my production team, you know, Ryan and Mike and Jamie, they get me, and the show is starting to really take shape, and like just every time
it's exciting.
I can even listen to myself now. I remember back in the day, dude, I would just listen to, oh man. You ever look back at your old shit and you're like, God, I'm surprised people even paid attention to me, man.
You know what? I actually, my college roommates, I was just visiting them in Philly. That's funny that you said that. And my best friend, Brian, who played Division I basketball at Jacksonville University too, he gave me this video. It's on a cassette tape. So I have not turned it over to a DVD yet.
Okay.
Or whatever you got to do, USB or for your computer.
Yeah.
I need to see what was on that, because I would love to actually watch that based on.
Dude, you got to see
But when
it.
I still look in the past, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
There's times I look at, like, you know, where I gained a lot of weight to 265 playing baseball, thinking it's for the right reasons, and it wasn't. Yeah. And I'm like, wait, what was I even doing? Or like
265.
Yeah, I'm like 218 now. Yeah. Like lean and mean. Yeah. But I also changed
about
my
9%, 7%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't take my shirt off now because we don't have any ladies around us.
It'd be weird. It'd be weird.
Yeah, it would be a little bit, you know, just in a room on a Sunday morning. Like
when the cameras go off, we'll take our
Yeah, all right, perfect. We'll do it after. We won't tell anyone.
We'll cuddle. It's fine.
All right, cool. We'll do it right down there.
Right down in there.
Yeah.
Right down there.
And then you can do your before and after next to me too. Now
that'll
now that you're already down 20 pounds.
That'll be like you getting in the ring with the Pauls. Like, I'm not doing that to myself. I probably wouldn't eat another meal for 3 days.
No, we got to do it, and then we'll just do it like the whole Gronk fitness thing with you. So then now when you're diced up at 10%.
Oh man. You'd be like, hey, now my goal's 12 on a DEXA though. So if I'm 12 on a DEXA, I might be 7.
There you go. That's all that matters.
But I'm going to be honest with you. And honest with all you people. I don't know if I want to be 7. I don't know if I want to do.
Yeah, you might get too shredded.
Yeah. I mean, like, I don't know if my wife would get off me at that point. You know, like that'd be uncomfortable. I'm like, babe, there's kids around.
I know, it's crazy. You can't even hang out with the kids anymore.
Can't even clean the pool in peace.
That's crazy.
Can't even go to Publix without somebody putting a pineapple on the golf cart, on the little cart.
Unbelievable.
Did you hear about that? Like,
I didn't hear about that one. No.
I don't know if it's true. So people are saying if you walk around Publix or grocery store with a pineapple where the kid sits, it means you're a swinger.
Oh, I have seen stuff on that. Like,
so Gordy's like, I am going to Publix every freaking day, and I am looking for pineapples.
I need to find a girlfriend first. But I guess you don't have to have a girlfriend. You could have a couple girls.
You could.
Yeah.
You could rent one.
Yeah, that's true.
I don't think that's legal here, though.
Don't you feel like if you're bringing someone out and paying all that money for dinner, is that the same thing as renting one or no?
I love this conversation so much. And you're paying for it either way, baby.
Yeah,
you're paying for it either way.
You're paying for them to leave too. Remember that? What was that? Who said that? Was it?
It was you.
Charlie?
You just said that.
No, was it Charlie?
Charlie Sheen?
Yeah.
Oh my God, Tiger Blood.
Yeah, I think he said that one.
He's a G.
Yeah, that's
Charlie Sheen.
It was pretty funny. I'm paying for them to leave.
Yeah,
that was like,
hey, I mean, perspective.
Yeah, it's a perspective. However you want to look at it.
That's exactly. So you have a crazy travel schedule coming up, dude.
You know, I'm fortunate enough to be able to do so many cool things. Sometimes I have to take a step back and realize how awesome it is, because it's a lot. It can be a lot, and you want to be on most of the time, especially when you're with like your bros.
Yeah,
you know, and it's like, how do you do that, right? And I think the biggest thing for me is I have to work out in the morning. I missed a workout yesterday morning, and I know my mom was feeling it, and then I ate all her food after. For 8 people.
Now, do you get drunk off rum cake though?
After all the rum cake I ate, I was buzzed a little bit.
That's
I had to go for a walk, and I'm like, whoa.
Look, whoa, I'm seeing.
Yeah, Mom, how much did you put in here? She's like, well, you can't eat a whole cake.
Yeah, you can't eat all cake, but there were shrooms in there.
Yeah, and whatever else she put in. She probably didn't even know she put them in there. I had mushrooms on the steak yesterday. Does that count?
Well, I mean, depends. Depends what kind they were. Depends what kind they were.
Exactly.
Dude, it's funny. Today was actually my rest day. I hadn't rested in like 8 days.
Yeah.
And started feeling a little bit in my chest, I'm like, okay, I don't know if I'm getting sick or not. So I took today off, man, but I'll be back at it tomorrow.
You still have more than half the day left. You might not take it.
I still might go for a walk.
Yeah. That's crazy. Oh my, you shouldn't. That's way too nuts.
I know.
If you that's nuts. Oh my gosh. I can't believe you're going to do that. You
condescending prick. Look at you.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't.
I might end up in the hospital.
Yeah. That might be too much for your chest today.
Might be. I know I'm not running. I know I'm not running today. That's for damn certain. I'm not doing that. Oh man, but yeah, you do a lot of cool things, man. What's the most fun thing that you do out of all the cool things that you got going?
I know we talked about it a little bit because I brought it up earlier just because of the Share Bear conversation, but I think one of the coolest things we do as brothers is we haven't really done Christmas or Easter since high school together, the 5 of us. We're all either in college, and in college season for the brothers, there's bowl games.
Yeah, of course.
And every year they were in a bowl game, every single year. I don't think there was a year they ever didn't go to a bowl because they played at such amazing schools, University of Maryland, Arizona, and Glenn played at Kansas State. So they were always great and it was fun. The competition was insane. So I think there's a couple things. One, going to their college games is probably one of the coolest experiences of my life. Getting to see them. I would always go near the field right before the game. They would see me. I always send them a text of motivation right before. And then we get crazy. I'd hug them, go nuts, get the quick video of them.
Yeah.
And then there they are. They're out in the field playing in front of thousands and thousands of people, 70,000+ a game. And all their divisions are great. So they're always playing such amazing schools.
Great football.
Yeah, unbelievable football. I got to watch almost my whole life, until they just all finally retired from the NFL. That's probably one of the coolest experiences of my life. But I think as brothers right now, since we didn't do Christmas and Easter all those years, is Gronk Beach.
Yeah.
We always said, hey, we want the hottest artists, hottest DJs. We want to be cool with people we like to be around, and we want to throw a party.
That's in February.
Well, it is when the Super Bowl or the draft is in Vegas or a really warm place. Yes, it would be in New Orleans. People are probably going to get upset because we're not doing it this year in New Orleans. Unfortunately, we just won't do it at all.
Damn it.
I know, because we're going to have to get you at one of them.
I want to go.
Yeah, they're wild.
I'm all fired up.
We did
now.
Miami. We did Arizona for the Super Bowl last year. We did a couple in Vegas for the draft party and for the Super Bowl as well. So that's amazing because we all come together, and the 5 of us, I forgot how many years it was. Like there would be 4 together and 3 and 2 and at different events. But, my brothers started having kids. Between Rob and Dan and Chris had 9 kids now over the last 10 years. So as soon as you think you're going to get together, you still truly never get together. Yeah.
They get sick too. Kids get sick a lot.
So it's hard to bring them to Gronk Beach too. They got a few more years. So
especially if Sherry's there.
Yeah, exactly.
Good God, man.
So that, I think as brothers, that's probably one of the coolest things we've ever did. And to be on stage with some of the most electric artists and DJs in the world who respect us too. And you just never look at it like that because the music you listen to and the people you meet, now you're on stage with them and you're doing cool things we said we wanted to always do, we're doing.
Yeah.
So I think that's pretty powerful just because we don't do as brothers Christmas or Easter anymore. I don't know if we ever will just because, some of the brothers live on one side of the country and on the other. When there's events, half of us try to do our best to get there, but it's just so hard to get all 5 of us there.
I mean, it happens, man. It happens. Families.
Look at this, visiting mom down here, then my dad and brothers up in Buffalo, back to Texas.
That's your flight plan. That's literally, you're going to go do a cooking video with your mom.
Yeah, right after this.
What are you guys going to do?
You know what? Mom's going to cook because she's one of the best cooks ever. And we actually have something funny since I don't cook and I get my meals made for me weekly at home, which is so much easier to do.
That's nice.
Because they're already prepped for me. My buddy has an incredible company called Nutre.
Okay.
Valentino, shout out to him. He makes such great meals and they're at your door when you get home, which is even easier for me. And they're already ready. They're already prepped.
You just throw them in the microwave and you're good, right?
Yeah. Or you throw them on a pan.
There you go. Pan's better for you.
Yeah, it is better.
Yeah, the radiation's not good.
You know?
Shout out to Valentino.
Yeah. hey, he'll love that. So we brought Nutre meals down here.
Okay.
So, mom's going to cook her bomb meal. I'm going to try, but then I'm going to, on the side, she doesn't know. I'm just going to pull out one of the meals.
Yeah. And you're
and say, hey, look how good I did, how much better it is.
Yeah, exactly. Look how good
I just heated it up in the microwave.
That's genius. That's genius.
Yeah. So it's going to be fun. We'll see how she reacts to that. Cause
she's going to backhand you.
Yeah, probably.
You're going to try to show up Mama Gronk.
I'm going to try. We'll see what happens.
Unbelievable. It's going to be a fun video, man.
Yeah. It'll be great.
Do you know what she's making?
I don't even know. She can make anything. So whatever we tell her, hey, we're doing a lunch thing. She's like, all right, here we go.
Is that what it is? It's a lunch. She's making.
Yeah, we were gonna do dinner, but I told you I didn't work out yesterday, so I was a little foggy. It was the first time in 4 weeks. I was not. Wow. I would, like you said, if I don't come in with my mind right, I'm not ready to do that stuff. I just wanted to eat all her food instead, especially the rum cake.
Yeah.
And her chicken souffle, which is her special that she makes, that she talks about in her book too, and how to make
chicken
it.
Souffle.
Yeah. In her book Outnumbered, it's insane. She's made it for us as kids, like every single week, and it was a battle. Who got the food, and if you weren't home on time, you didn't get it.
Because all the brothers ate it.
Yeah,
yeah,
it just gone fast. She had to make 2 of them, and they were still gone.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you'll have to try it sometime. It's insane. You're right down the street from Mama Gronk.
I think I am. I think I am. I'm in. I'm like Gulf Coast. Right? Don't do that, dude. That would be a good outtake.
Pour it right on me.
Put that in the outtake. Yeah, because I'm right by Gulf Coast Town Center.
Yeah, so, perfect.
Yeah, we're right there. But I would love to. I'd love to.
It'd be fun. She's awesome, and it's just fun. That's what she loves doing. We never ate out as kids, and she always cooked for us. Incredible with the coupons and saving money to make sure that she could take care of 5 of us.
I would imagine you guys put away some food.
We put away some food. We also put a heavy bill.
I bet
each week to her.
Yeah, I bet, dude. Damn, it's almost like
that food bill was insane.
Equity line of credit every week just to.
Yeah, I couldn't even imagine what that bill would be right now.
Oh, dude,
we should actually bring her shopping as if she's going to shop for 5 of us.
Oh, we should do that
and just see what the bill would actually be now, as if she was still buying the same stuff back then.
1,500.
I know, that's what I would think it would be too. It was 6 back in the day, 600.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It's got to be tripled now, right?
I remember. It has to be. So I have, like I said, I have 3 kids and the wife, right? So a family of 5.
So
before COVID, or before the last hike or whatever it was, groceries were like $200, like for a week. And now if I go back and do the same thing, I'm paying like $500, $600.
Yeah. So we're probably at least 1,500.
Yeah. Wow. That's like a horse. It's like feeding a horse.
No, it's cows. So you buy whole cows.
Yeah.
Have to.
You'd probably have to keep them in your backyard.
Yeah. 4 freezers. I think we had full freezers, dude. Not just the half ones. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Full freezers.
Yeah. 2 full ones in the garage, the one inside. Yeah, and who knows? There's another one probably in her room, just because we wouldn't go in there and
for her food.
Yeah,
so
she had to lock the master.
Yeah, because she'd have to go about the master bedroom and eat because you guys ate all the damn food.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, you guys grew.
We did. We grew a little bit.
And you're the tallest.
She's 5'6".
You're the tallest one, right?
Barely.
Yeah,
barely.
Who's next?
It's so Dan, Rob, and I are all like 6'6" and a half.
Okay.
Same size shoe, 16, which is ridiculous.
Freaking skis.
Because I was just at my dad's and I actually had to go to an event, and I can't fit extra shoes in my suitcase, and I don't like to check a big suitcase. Okay. So I have to pick.
Are those your dad's shoes?
No, these ones are actually mine.
I was gonna say your dad's a G, bro. If those are his shoes.
Yeah, that would actually be wild. But
those are nice.
But him, Chris and Glenn are all 13s.
Okay.
So, and they're all the same height. They're 6'3".
Okay.
So it makes it really convenient when you need clothes or you don't bring a lot. So even though I'm traveling from Boston to Tampa, to Fort Myers, to Buffalo, to Boston, to Texas, I have a very small suitcase because at each location I can wash my clothes.
Yes.
And I also know that there's stuff at each location of my brothers, so I don't need to bring everything with me.
It's huge, man.
Yeah, it actually helps out a lot.
You should consult with people when they pack.
The only thing I forgot was coming down here was my shorts.
To work out in?
Just like it's warm down here and going to be warm in Texas. Well, you know what? I could just go buy those, and that's the only thing we didn't have down here. Yeah. Were like more casual shorts, not just a workout. Well, of course, there's workout shorts here because that's all my brothers do is work out 24/7.
Much respect. I know you're up in Boston, but like for a Florida guy, that this morning was frigid.
It was. I went to the gym at 6:30. It was chilly.
Yeah.
I did wear shorts, and I did have a long sleeve shirt on today.
Okay.
To the gym, but I walked to the gym in my mom's neighborhood.
Yeah.
It was frigid.
Yeah, it's not.
But it's going to still, like, when it hits midday, though,
It'll be like
Still
97.
It feels like 97 when you
Terrible.
come from
It's
Boston.
terrible. It's like, okay. That's how people get sick.
I actually felt it in my throat yesterday. I was getting a cold.
My chest.
Is that where you? Yeah,
No, I
that was
feel it,
weird.
yeah.
That's the first time I felt that in a
Yeah.
while.
I take some immune defense.
That's
I'm
smart.
good. Well, I'm not good.
But maybe I need to. What immune defense are you taking? That you're gonna.
My buddy Jeff Delaney gave it to me from like the New Viva clinic I was telling you about.
Okay.
Yeah, he gave it to me. Gives me all my all-in-ones. They're like those big old horse pills. I have to take like 10 of them a day. I swear
That might just hurt your throat alone. Trying
that
to
might
swallow
be it.
those.
Might be scratched. I might have some damage to my trachea from my freaking vitamins. Good God. But hey, it's working, man. It's working.
That's what matters.
Well, look, dude, I'm super jacked. Thank you for coming on, man.
I know you are getting super jacked. You
Well,
lost 20 pounds.
Hey, dude, I'm just trying to catch up. Okay? I'm trying to catch up to the Gronk man here. Look at you.
Lean and mean, brother. I'm the
specimen,
baseball
man.
player, so I'm lean and mean.
Yeah. So funny story. We were talking about height. Sorry, I want to go back because I want to clear
Okay.
up something on the air. My wife makes fun of me when she sees my license.
I can't wait to hear why.
You are not 6 foot. I said, listen, in college, when I put cleats on,
Yeah,
I was 6 foot.
that's fair.
That's what I go
And
by.
for football. You had your football cleats,
Baseball.
baseball cleats,
Yeah.
LSU.
Yeah.
I thought
played
you were a
football
two-sport athlete.
No, well, I was my freshman year and I got hit once. And I'm like, I don't like this shit.
That's funny because
That
I never
running back
played
came-
football either.
That running back came through the gap and just laid me on my ass. I'm like, this isn't fun.
That's actually funny. We kind of have similar stories.
Do you really?
Yeah, well, when I was trying out my senior year for football, my brother Dan already was starting quarterback and wide receiver. The starting quarterback at the time, who was a senior in my grade, him and Dan threw me like 2 passes in a row and my fingers were already jammed and I was done.
Done.
Yeah, didn't
not
even make
fun.
it a full practice.
It's not fun.
That was good.
Hated
In the
it.
cold.
Yes.
I'm
okay,
good.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
no, thank you. So back to my height. I said, look, with cleats on, I was 6 foot. And she goes, how big were the spikes? You're 5'10". No, I'm not. My height and weight, I got measured at the clinic.
Yeah,
I am every bit of 5'11" on the dot.
that's fair.
Well, I mean, it's not 6'6", but like I'm not 5'10".
Well, we'll have to find you 6-inch,
Yeah.
what cleat on
I'll
the bottom.
take 6
There
inches
you go.
somewhere. I mean, come on. I mean,
Most people would.
yeah, I mean, hey, if we're donating, we're donating.
Yeah.
I'll take an inch or two, whatever.
Yeah.
But I do. Thanks for coming on, man. It's been
No,
great.
thanks for having me. What a great Sunday morning, Sunday fun day.
Really?
What a great morning.
Man, I know. We'll have to do something together.
Enjoy your
again.
walk later.
Yes. You know what? I'll probably start walking and then get pissed at you and then run.
Perfect.
Yeah, exactly. Thank you, man. Much
Thanks
love.
for having
Happy
me.
holidays.
Shout out to you, Shawn. Thanks for having me on. What a great show this morning to start off the day.
Yes. Where can the audience find you, man?
Gordie Gronk. That's pretty much it. Gordie. My dad spells it Gordy.
Interesting.
Pretty much all over my social platforms. So
Your website.
website, gronkfitness.com.
Boom. Easy.
Yeah.
Anything
So-
else?
YouTube, Gronk Brothers. The Gronks.
The Gronk. He doesn't even know his own YouTube
Yeah, is
channel.
that good?
Don't worry.
Is that
Ryan,
good?
put the shit in the show notes so everybody
It's all
can click
good.
on
I
it.
don't even know my YouTube
He
channel
loves
or
it.
our YouTube channel, you know,
loves
but
it.
it's all good.
Good
I'm
Lord.
not a massive social media person. I'm sorry.
No, I know you still haven't followed me back. So maybe
I will
should,
do that right now.
Maybe we should get on
Hey,
that.
can we get that done over
Can we
there?
get that done?
Make sure we're going to be on the show together. Make sure we get that.
I love it, man. No, dude, thanks again, man. Happy holidays, and we'll be seeing you soon.
Happy holidays.
Bro. Hey, guys, be determined. See you next time.
Shawn French, what up? This one luck, I let the pain inspire me. I put my all in everything I'm doing. Up until it's done, I'm me for the entirety. I put it in overtime, I be working. Just know I'ma go for mine, cause I earned it. They watching, I know it's time. I confirmed it. A whole society determined to show.